to 39. First and third quarters were very good. The paint very good for the Pioneers here today as the Pioneers go to 4-0 in the league. They go to 11-1. That's 9 straight wins, not since Meagan's first year.
Yeah.
Did we start out 9-0 that year? Here at 11-1. I did get a chance to talk to Coach Price before the game, and the big reason for me.
Maybe we need to do that more often. I mean, I don't know. The shooting, it didn't help. But
I didn't like it because I felt all discombobulated.
Yeah, I felt a little out of rhythm too.
We got
to make sure we keep that.
I fell asleep on the couch, and I told my daughter, I said, listen, just make sure I get up. And, it's like Dom's calling me, and I was like, hey, what's going on? Oh, my gosh, what time is it? And my daughter's still sitting there, and she goes, oh, Dad, sorry, I forgot to tell you.
Oh, my gosh, that's great.
So I've never
I love it.
done that. But there's a first for everything, and a first for just being atrocious from 3 is another thing here tonight. But
good grief.
Despite all of that, when you need your defense, you had your defense, and you had it tonight.
Yeah, it's crazy because that's the one thing we talked about, I said when shots don't fall eventually, something's going to happen, and I don't think we've been great defensively the last 2 games.
Yeah.
And so that was a big thing. Even coming in shoot around, we went over defense again this morning, stuff they run, making sure we guarded it well because the scouting report is so big, and I feel like maybe we kind of got a little away from it. And so I just said this game's going to be the most important because they have beat people in our conference, and obviously it was the team of the undefeated in the conference, and I think it was a great job tonight defensively, and Maya Belton killed it tonight. Yep. Between tips on the threes, blocks, I can see her coming from a mile away and Hillside just slinging that thing. So it's great. She's huge for us.
Yeah, we didn't shoot it well, but what I think is great about this team, veteran enough to realize, and everybody took their game inside the paint tonight when it wasn't going.
I thought so too, and that's huge for us because I think other times, in other years I've coached teams, we would have kept shooting the basketball, and then we might have shot 43s and made 5. And so I was just looking at it as we came over here, and I was like, wow, so we only ended up shooting 23, and that was smart on our part, and just being smart with the basketball, knowing we need to get it downhill, knowing we need to go back to the post. And I think nerves a little bit. Everybody kind of settled down.
Yeah.
It was a little sloppy at the beginning, but I thought we settled down second half and did a much better job.
Yeah, the turnover battle in that first half.
Man.
It wasn't any that. In the first quarter, it was nothing. It was just missed shots.
Yeah.
A lot of missed shots. A lot of stuff that not very uncharacteristic. A lot of stuff in the paint that we missed, and it was weird. It kind of took us out of our rhythm.
Yeah, I thought so too. And Jami usually at the beginning of the game is at least going to get an offensive rebound and a putback. And I could tell she was a little frazzled and missed a couple of things. And it's just like, hey, we're good. Let's get the next one. And, we're talking to our team about, because I know the team, we have some returners that were on the team last year. And so our biggest thing that we're kind of preaching right now, too, is, body language. Because, we're receiving votes for the top 25. We're 11-1. Let's make sure we're always acting like it. Because I'm confident on the sideline. I know how good our group is, and I know how good our defense is, even if we don't, shoot the basketball well. And they have to believe in that. And so I think it was a huge turning point tonight. I thought we fixed that in the second half, and it was huge for us coming out.
Jami did Jami-like things tonight, but 2 people really want to focus on. We'll start with Blair Schultz, coming off a 20-point game Monday, and she seemed to be that glue, kind of kept. When we didn't score, she would get to the rim. 18 points for her, 20-point game on Monday, 5 rebounds tonight. We didn't have the helpers we normally have, but I just felt like when we needed a bucket, Blair got us a bucket, or she found somebody to score a bucket.
She's doing such a good job. She'll take the 3, but if we need to get downhill, she can get downhill, and she knows how to use her body to finish around people. And I know, obviously we know she's probably going to get 1 block shot a night. That just happens to her. But at the end of the day, the way that she gets to the free throw line for us, and then even if she doesn't try to score right there, she always finds somebody. So, her assists, I don't think her assists get talked about a lot, and I know she didn't have as many tonight, but she's leading second. You got what I'm saying?
Yes. She's number 2 in the league in assists.
Thank you. So she's great at passing the basketball for us, and so she hit Maya a couple times at the top of the key. I thought all those were really good looks, and so for us, I think it's just settling down a little bit, and we did that the second half.
Maya Belton was the other one tonight,
and
again, 13 points, 11 and 12 rebounds, 11 defensive boards, and it's a double-double, but it's the blocks. You've already talked about it. Her reach was so difficult for Briley Jones tonight, made life difficult for her to shoot. That's a career best in blocks with 6.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I felt like it was 27. Sitting over here, it's every time she's getting a tip or a block. That's awesome to hear because she makes all the difference in the world defensively for us. I say it all the time, when I have to go recruit next year and I'm recruiting for that spot, those are tough shoes to fill because of her length, the way she can score the basketball, and the way she defends.
Today was just a different Pioneer team. We didn't hit from 3, 2 for 23, took it inside, did that, and dominated rebounds once again, 59-34. Very similar storyline to Lincoln Memorial. Emory and Henry won the game, giving up 18 offensive boards on Saturday, but not tonight. And it wasn't necessarily second chance points, but you look at the intangible stats, 15-1 in second chance points. And when it was close, that was a big difference in the game.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now too. Yeah, that's huge for us. And it just goes back to, like, with our group, you know, and they had some length too, but, like, our group, we just have so many great rebounders between Maya, Jami, Dee. Even people don't see it, but even Alyssa sneaks in there at times and does a great job. Like, Blair had 5 tonight. So, like, it's crazy to me. And Sophie had 7.
The team rebounds.
We just rebound.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about everybody, but we all rebound. So that's one thing at least I get to take away from practice sometimes. You know, we'll touch on it, but it's like we just do a great job headhunting. Sometimes I'm like, can we stop running into each other and just grab that thing? But I love it. It's awesome.
In front of one of the best to play the game here at Tusculum,
that's right.
Maddie came back. Chloe was here as well.
Yeah.
Got a chance to see her. And, you know, an opportunity for this team now to close out the first half of the year before 2023 hits. Southern Wesleyan Saturday, Meagan the following Saturday. What do you need to see out of your group, you know, during this little Christmas break?
You know, I think we got to clean some stuff up. Obviously, you know, we're a transition team too, and we do run stuff well, but at the same time, just picking and choosing, we've got to talk about the clock and, like, when we need to go do stuff. And I think for us, just, like, our turnovers are on us. They're not on other teams forcing us to make them. Yeah. And so sometimes I'm like, I think we overshare the basketball, where it's like, okay, well, that didn't have to be another pass to the post. Just go finish at the rim because you're already inside the paint. So things like that, I think we just need to clean up a little bit. But, I mean, honestly, I'm so proud of this group. You know, I know we've still got a long way to go, and we're going to see the toughest part, you know, coming up second semester right out of the gate with Limestone, Carson Newman, and Wingate. And so, you know, just some things that we want to clean up before we get into those games.
Great win.
Yeah, thank you.
See you Saturday.
Yeah.
Pioneer coach Meagan Price, her team's out to an 11-1 start, 4-0 in the South Atlantic Conference, Southern Wesleyan on Saturday. Your final score here today was Tusculum 63, Emory and Henry 39. Game 2 of our doubleheader is going to be coming up, so stay tuned here on the Pioneer Sports Network.